o'clock.
Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Good morning and welcome in. It is 5 o'clock on a Monday, March 23rd. Ryan and Rachel with you today. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we are glad you were here. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you're drying out today. You know, Kay always talks about her beachfront property this time of year.
Yeah.
I'm sure the moat is extra full this morning around the house.
You got to have a running jump to get over it just to check the mail at this point. You know, the backyard, forget it. That's always useless until like mid-June anyways. And so we added on to a lot of the sogginess yesterday and some more snow melt too. So, but today we are drying things out a little bit. There's not much happening on the radar, but because we had that rain yesterday and last night and a little bit of snow and temperatures are below freezing for everyone. Some of that may have iced over a little bit. So just watch out for some slick surfaces as you are heading out the door. Hey, it is a cold one today. So you want those winter coats again. Our temperatures, they're in the 30s for highs, and then you throw in that gusty northwest wind. Well, we're feeling more like the 20s today. So do we have any warm-ups in sight? Well, there's a tiny, tiny little bit. I'll talk more about that with your 7-day planner coming up in a few minutes.
Well, it's quiet on the SU Hill.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Monday morning to you. Got a lot of you right now looking out over downtown Syracuse, and we have a quiet start to our day after it's kind of a crummy day we had yesterday. It was cool. It was rainy all day long. We saw over ½ inch of rainfall for a lot of you. 31 degrees right now. We are just below freezing as we are up and at 'em. And it's an overall chilly day today. Our temperatures are only topping off in the mid-30s for those highs. And then you factor in the wind because we are going to get in on a gusty northwest wind over 20 miles per hour at times, which of course is going to make it feel much colder in the 20s for you today. So we are reaching for those winter coats again. We are bundling up as winter is not ready to let go of us just yet. But our high temperatures, I mean, we're running almost about 10 degrees below normal for this time of year. But by tomorrow, things start to get a little bit better. We're back to more seasonable mid-40s, and then we've got a couple of 50s on the way for Wednesday and Thursday. What you don't see is Friday when we kind of bring it back down for a little bit and going into the weekend. So on our satellite radar, the big picture here, this is what gave us quite the temperature spread yesterday, but also a lot of the rain. We ended as a little bit of snow in some spots, but this is pushing out of here. Starting to see some breaks in the clouds back to our west thanks to high pressure that's kind of up over parts of the Midwest right now. And so that's going to slowly funnel in late tonight and tomorrow and eventually drying everything out. So let's show you all this on our timecast. So we are sucked into the clouds this morning. Temperatures below freezing in the 20s to near 30 degrees, and those highs are really struggling. But I am optimistic for at least a few breaks in the clouds. Not a sunny day by any means, but at least a little bit of blue sky, little rays of sun here and there for the rest of the afternoon. May notice some purple showing up. We do have a chance at some snow showers, some flurries, especially parts of the Finger Lakes. Late tonight and early tomorrow morning, we could see a little bit of a flare-up happening from parts of Cayuga and Seneca counties late tonight, early tomorrow. So just a heads up there. And then throughout the day, we have some sunshine, at least in the morning. And then more clouds are kind of racing back in here by tomorrow late afternoon. But the temperatures responding a little bit better with those highs around 40. But for as far as forecast snowfall, hardly anything. This is less than an inch. So many of you will only see about maybe a coating or so. And that's really about it. And then going forward the rest of this week, we're going to gradually bring things up for Tuesday, Wednesday into Thursday. Then we have the next cold front knocking temperatures back down to the 30s on Friday. A few snow showers. It's windy. It's cooler. We're going to hang on to that cooler air into the start of the weekend. 30s and mostly cloudy on Saturday. Still cloudy, but a little better. Highs in the 40s on Sunday.
Right now it is 5:15. We're looking.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
All right, your temperatures for today, we are still feeling very wintry out there. We have mid-30s for those highs all across Syracuse and the Finger Lakes. We go up to Oswego County. We have 34 for Pulaski, Mexico, Oswego, 35 for Camden and Rome, 32 in Casanova and up in Watertown, high of 35. And an occasional flurry cannot be completely ruled out. So as you are heading out the door for today, you still want to be reaching for your winter gear, your winter coats for sure. Even though it's going to be mostly dry for a good chunk of the day, and we'll even see a little bit of sunshine, so don't forget your sunglasses. But it is going to feel that chill out there. Tonight's lows, we already did that one. We already have highs. Tonight's lows, there we go. We got 20s, so we're dipping back down below freezing. Your highs for tomorrow, a little bit better. We'll eventually get into the mid-40s, which is more seasonable for this time of year and mostly dry. We'll even get some sun. We have our next round of precipitation moving in on Wednesday. This is happening later Wednesday, spilling over into Thursday. More rain than anything, with highs 50s to near 60 on Thursday. Then it goes right back down on Friday. We're getting to that time of the year where we take 2 steps forward and kind of 2 steps back. But going into April, there are some very subtle signs that we'll finally start to see at least some slightly milder air coming our way.
Got that one wrong.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
There was no fantastic anywhere to be found. I was like, fantastic, where are you?
I'm still looking. Every time I look at the 8 to 14 day outlook, I'm just looking for a little bit of hope. And like we finally have like the lightest shade of orange over us. I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take it.
That's why she's wearing her orange.
Well, you know, we got to cheer on the SU ladies today.
Yeah, we're going to have more on that in a second.
SU
Tall
versus
task.
UConn.
They need all the orange wearing we can do.
Yeah. They always end up going up against UConn every time.
I tell you.
Every time.
UConn looks mighty, mighty good. Very good. It's going to be tough one.
That's okay. We're backing you up, ladies. You can do it. Just put your best foot forward. And we need to bundle up. Maybe wearing your favorite orange sweater today. You'll want it. It's chilly today. Now, we're fairly dry. There's not going to be a lot of precipitation happening today, but we are below freezing as we were waking up this morning, and we had that rain yesterday, even a little bit of snow. So just watch out for any icy spots. I know I had a little bit of ice on my car that kind of froze over from overnight, and so just keep an eye on that for you, especially on the sidewalks, parking lots, and whatnot. And bundle up. We have wind chills in the 20s today. We'll try and get a few breaks of sunshine, but we do warm things up a little bit for the next couple of days after today. I'll tell you more about that in a few minutes.
We start this morning.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Monday morning to you. The Cappy Skynet 9 camera. I have the Oswego camera up on here. It was shaking around a little bit during commercial break. Bit of a breeze outside. That wind is going to make it just feel just a little extra chilly out there today. 31 degrees right now at the Syracuse Airport. Our wind is coming from the north-northwest for today. Temperatures staying well below normal. Only in the mid-30s for today. You factor in that wind. We have gusts over 20, 25 miles per hour today. So wind chills still in the mid-20s. I'm really hoping I don't have to show this graphic again after today. Maybe just one more day. But temperatures, we are running well below normal. So you still want to bundle up. Still feeling very much like winter out there, even though we are now in the first full week of spring. Eventually a little bit of some spring temperatures come on back in here. We have mid-40s for tomorrow, 50s for Wednesday and Thursday before it kind of goes right back down, though, at the end of the week. High temperatures, it just kind of depends on where you are. You're going to be cooler farther north you are from Watertown, Oswego, Pulaski. Along the thruway and south, we'll have some 40s for tomorrow. Better shot at some sun for tomorrow, too. But for today, we're fighting through some clouds, especially this morning. We have high pressure back off to our west, and that sneaks in here to kind of dry things out and clear things out by tomorrow. But for right now, we got this deck of clouds over us. The thicker of the clouds are slowly moving out of here, and then we'll chip away at those a little bit. You can see some blue sky, not much, but at least a little bit from time to time. But because we have that northwest wind, that's going to keep some lake effect snow alive, especially out over the Finger Lakes. You'll see some little bursts of snow, and I want you to pay attention to right here. Because look, when we go through the overnight, you see the darker purples and even some yellows showing up. So there could be a little bit of some bursts of snow happening overnight, but it's up and out of here tomorrow morning. We see that sun around lunchtime before some more clouds kind of roll on in here later on tomorrow. But it's a relatively dry day tomorrow. As far as forecast snowfall, this is tonight for tomorrow morning. Hardly anything for a lot of us, less than an inch. But the potential for at least a coating of snow is out there for a lot of us. And then tomorrow's pretty quiet for your Wednesday. We start quiet, but then we have some rain snow developing late in the day, spilling over to some rain showers on Thursday. Highs are in the upper 50s to near 60, and then dip back down we go on Friday. We're ending the week on a chilly note in the 30s, overnight lows in the teens. Chilly start to our weekend, highs in the 30s on Saturday and mostly cloudy on Sunday.
In today's Tech Bites,
Your forecast first, only on Eyewitness News.
For that to close out the season. So we'll see where we land this season. It's probably going to end up around 145-ish, somewhere around there. Here we are out the door today. We have temperatures in the mid-30s, and it is windy today, too. Not a whole lot of precipitation happening today, though. So if you want to take the car to the car wash, we had a bit of Mother Nature's car wash yesterday, but maybe you still got some grime. You're good for the next couple of days. Our next chance of any real widespread precip doesn't come until later on Wednesday. It is a breezy day, but not enough to do too much with your trash. We have gusts around 20 miles per hour, but if it is trash day for you, just keep an eye on those milk jugs so they don't go flying down the street at all. We got temperatures in the 40s for tomorrow. On Wednesday, we have highs up around 50 degrees, near 60 on Thursday with some rain showers, and then back down we go on Friday. We'll see maybe a coating of snow, if that, overnight for some of you. What is going on? What is all this racket you're making?
National Chip Day.
oh, he opened it.
It is?
Those are stolen goods.
What?
I'm calling Bill.
You didn't pay for this?
These are
think
just
so.
props. This
You
is
stole this out of the...
out of the vending.
You just paid for
it. He'll pay later.
Well.
I owe you. Hey, today's National Chip Day. Or National Chip and Dip Day.
National Chip and Dip Day.
Where's the dip?
Yeah, where's the dip?
Right, during the break. You can make some.
You missed a golden opportunity there. You're sitting next to me. Yeah, see? I know. Well, anyway, we're asking this question. Let's show you the question.
IRTV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Good morning and welcome in. It is 6 o'clock on a Monday, March 23rd. We got Ryan and Rachel with you today. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we are glad you are here. We are zooming right along. I think we're all ready to say goodbye to March because it's just that time of year
Yeah.
where it's ugh.
Keep marching, March.
Yep, you see just what's left behind once the snow melts there,
Which
Kate.
is
It's
just
not great.
trash and dirt and mud and little rocks everywhere. It's just yucky. It's yucky out there. We had a yucky day yesterday. So we're going to try and turn things around a little bit today to at least try and get some sunshine. Might be a little bit of a hard task, but we're going to try really hard. Things are pretty quiet on the radar right now. After all the rain that we had yesterday, we are below freezing this morning. So watching out for any icy spots because anything that was still maybe wet or any raindrops lingering, they may have frozen, whether on your cars, your sidewalks, your parking lots, and so just be careful about that. Heading out the door this morning, back to school on this Monday. For a lot of districts, this is your last week of school before spring break, and well, we got a little bit of a roller coaster with our temperatures. It's chilly today, 30s, and then we'll climb it up a little bit before we bring it back down for the start of that spring break. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes.
Stop, truck one. Stop.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Monday morning to you. The Cabby Skynet 9 camera looking out over downtown Syracuse. We are pretty quiet. We can see a little bit of a glow, the reflection coming off the dome there up in the sky. So if you're looking downtown and you see a bit of an orangey red glow, don't panic. It's not aliens. It's just the way the clouds are reflecting off of the dome lights. All right, we've got temperatures. It is 30 degrees. We are below freezing as we are up and at 'em this morning, and we are going to stay pretty chilly today. Our temperatures are only climbing to the mid-30s, but of course, you have to factor in the wind. We're expecting a blustery northwest wind today, gusting up over 20 miles per hour, so it's going to make it feel more like the 20s today. So we are running well below normal for this point in late March. We should be in the mid-40s, and we won't really get in on any of that for a couple of days. We're going to try tomorrow to crack that 40-degree mark for a lot of us, and then we'll get closer to 50 or higher come Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, though, it comes right back down again. We're getting to that time of the year where you kind of take 2 steps forward and 2 steps back, and so One of those steps happens tomorrow, and then for the next couple of days, high temperatures for tomorrow, at least a little bit more seasonable for some of us, but you can see from Watertown, Loudville, Pulaski, we are still only in the 30s for tomorrow. So the big picture going on here, this is what we were dealing with yesterday. We had a warm front that was just kind of draped over central New York, where most of us were rainy and chilly in the 40s. We technically got into the 50s, at least for a brief period yesterday, but we got some very thick cloud cover over us, but you can see the edge of the thickest of the clouds. It's right over Syracuse and it's pushing eastbound. And so I'm optimistic that we'll at least get a few breaks of some sun from time to time. Not a sunny day, but at least we'll see a little bit of blue sky from time to time. And of course, we love seeing that this time of year. Not a lot happening as far as precipitation goes during the daytime, but later this evening, a little bit of some lake effect happening, especially out over the Finger Lakes. You'll see these quick little bursts of snow, possibly even some of it accumulating a little bit. When you wake up tomorrow morning, possibly a coating to maybe a half inch or so in some spots. But a lot of us only see that dusting, and that's really about it. For tomorrow, pretty quiet. We'll get some more sunshine in here tomorrow. Later Wednesday, we have a bit of a rain-snow mix coming at us with some more rain on Thursday. Back down we go on Friday, highs in the 30s, and we will start the weekend chilly in the 30s and then 40s on Sunday. But we'll try and sneak in a few warm days for the start of April for spring break next week.
Trying to
I know, you're making a lot of
I know.
over there.
Each time, it's just little.
That's the worst, like back in college, when you're trying to open your chip bag,
Or in the movie theater.
Staring at you,
Or in the
Yeah.
movie
It's the
theater.
worst.
I hate when someone's behind you.
It's like, take care of all that before everything starts.
The only thing worse is a cough drop at church.
Oh, there you go.
No?
I thought you were going to say the only thing worse is double dipping.
This is true. Double dippers out there. Okay, listen up. National Chip and Dip Day.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
And we are going to get you out the door this morning. Our sunrise is at 7:02. Hey, this week we finally will get our sunrises back during the morning news. So we'll be able to see some better and better sunrises for the next few months. Make sure you bundle up. Have your winter coats with you today. It is cold. We'll see very, very little sunshine today. And it is breezy today, too. So we have a wind chill. Our sunset tonight is at 7:20. Occasional flurries cannot be completely ruled out. Some of you in the Finger Lakes will even pick up maybe a coating to a half inch of snowfall overnight. Lows tonight are in the 20s. Tomorrow's temperatures are a little bit better. We still have some 30s in some spots, but at least from the thruway south, we are cracking 40 degrees for tomorrow, getting up to around 50 on Wednesday. Mid to upper 50s on Thursday, and then down we go again. Thursday, 30s from Friday into Saturday. Sunday and start of April, we kind of climb it back up again. It's a lot of da-da.
I hear you.
Right.
Usually
on that
not until
roller coaster.
Mother's Day when we can have more ups than downs. So,
Yeah.
baby steps.
Baby steps. Baby bites.
Well, we've
Sure.
increased our inventory here.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah.
Ryan just keeps stealing them all out of the vending machine.
Out of the vending machine, yeah.
Add it to his tab.
I'll pay for them later. It is National Chip and Dip Day, so we are talking about party fouls here. One of the worst party habits you
Six there.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
In case you didn't know,
Reel
you
it
better
in.
get going. 6:30. Are we drying out today, Kate? Because
A little
boy,
bit. I know.
It
And
was
some of the
just
raindrops that were
soggy.
still lingering on my windshield. I mean, it was my car was a little
Yeah.
icy. It looks wet, and then you touch it, you're like, oh no, that's frozen. So watch your step. There might be walking like a penguin in some spots out there. So
I'm sick of walking like a penguin. Been
Me
doing it
too.
all winter long.
I'm like, come on, it's almost April. Like, let's move
Yeah.
on. Let's move on to spring already.
But
We're always
this is
like,
the tough time.
I truly believe this is the hardest time of the year weather-wise.
Yeah.
At least my personal feelings. There are some folks that are like, they're hanging on to as much winter as possible, especially because a lot of folks that are like, we've had a good classic winter, and we really have. And we are starting to wind down things. Our snow chances are getting more and more limited. We've had a few flurries kind of hanging out overnight. We'll see a couple of flurries for today, but there's really not much of accumulation going on. And we're going to try really hard to sneak in a few breaks of sunshine too. But overall vibe today is that it is chilly. We have mid-30s for highs, and then you're throwing in the wind. We're feeling more like the 20s, so that air is going to have a little bit of a bite to it today. So bundle up.
We start this.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
Well, good morning. These are the third graders at Minetto Elementary School up in Oswego County, where I got to hang out with them last Friday. We had such a fun time. They were all really interested in tornadoes and whatnot, so we talked all about that. I was showing them a lot of the hail video that came out of the Chicago area, the 5-inch hail from about 2 weeks ago. They really like that too. So this is what it looks like from our Cappy Skynet 9 camera. No hail, but we do have a little bit of some patchy freezing drizzle in some spots. We are at 30 degrees right now, mostly cloudy skies. And our temperature, since we are below freezing right now, we do have to watch out for some icy spots as you are heading out the door this morning. Mid-30s for those highs today, and then you factor in the wind. We're feeling more like the 20s. It is a cold day today, especially for March standards, when we should be averaging mid-40s, and for a lot of you are stuck in the mid-30s for today. Occasional snow showers, not completely ruling out. Then our temps, they start to get a little more normal for tomorrow, and then we'll have a couple of days for Wednesday and Thursday with those highs 50 or higher. Then it goes right back down at the end of the week. But highs tomorrow just depends on where you are. A little bit cooler farther north in the 30s, and then 40s down to our south. But a drier day for tomorrow because we have this area of high pressure right here that's sliding in. Out ahead of that, though, we have a northwest wind. We're in between the high and the low. We're noticing some lake response in northern Michigan. Out of that, you have that north wind, and we'll pick up a little bit of that, especially in parts of the Finger Lakes later on today through tomorrow morning. So the satellite and radar, it's not picking up on precipitation, but our weather watcher in Ithaca just emailed me during the commercial break and said that they do have a little bit of freezing drizzle going on. So just be mindful of that as you are heading out the door. We have some clouds, but notice a few breaks. Not a sunny day. At least there's a little hints of blue sky here and there. But also you're going to notice more of those purples showing up. So we have that northwest wind. It's going to keep some lake effect going, especially from let's say Skinny Atlas and points west, like Auburn, Waterloo, Watkins Glen, and Ithaca. Could be dealing with a little bit of snow very late tonight through very early tomorrow morning, and then we'll have some sunshine midday before those clouds return for your Tuesday night with temperatures in the 40s. So as far as accumulating snow, I mean, there's really not much. A lot of you will see maybe a coating or less, and it's mostly up in the Tug Hill and out in the Finger Lakes areas. For tomorrow, we have 40s with some sunshine, and then we have some precip. Initially starting as a little bit of a rain-snow mix on Wednesday, and then just mostly rain on Thursday with highs in the 50s. And then back down we go. We have 30s with some wind and some snow showers again on Friday, and we'll keep it kind of chilly into the weekend. We'll try and sneak in some slightly warmer air for spring break next week for a few days.
At least we can do.
Yeah. We're going to try at least.
It's the least we can do.
Well, it's a cloudy start to our day, and could be even a little icy in some spots. We had all the rain yesterday, even a little bit of drizzle still hanging on in parts of our southern Finger Lakes, and so just be mindful of that. But overall, a much quieter day today, unlike yesterday when it was just so cloudy and so crummy. But we are keeping it mostly cloudy for a good chunk of the day. We'll try and break up those clouds to see a little bit of blue sky, but we are below freezing. 31 right now, and our temperatures, they're not coming up a whole lot. Our highs are only reaching the mid-30s for today, and it is windy too. So then you factor in the wind chill, we're feeling more like the 20s. Oh, and we could have some snow flurries. So even though the calendar says it's spring, it is still feeling very much like March and winter out there. So you can see in the timecast, not a whole lot happening during the day. We'll have those clouds around. Temperatures, yeah, it's going to be a bit chilly. So make sure you still have those winter coats at the hand. You know, we don't put those away until at least Mother's Day around here. Hey, but at least we have some 40s and 50s the next few days, even pushing maybe near 60 on Thursday. So you get a little sprinkling here and there.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying.
We'll get through it.
Yeah.
That's all we can do.
As we do. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here at 7 o'clock for the morning news on WSYR Plus. See you there in just about 2.5 minutes.